Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you past midnight, of course, which happy Friday to you guys. Hopefully you're having a great November 18th for this Friday, of course. So I'm returning to you for album review, and I just got done with it like 15 minutes ago, but I was writing down the list for the worst albums of 2022, and I got quite a bit on there for this year's list, over 20 albums, uh, including EPs, of course, but still, I'm returning to you for an album review, and this is for Tallah's new album, The Generation of Danger, is what I'm going to be reviewing for you guys tonight. So, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this Tallah, um, The Generation of Danger album, and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive right into this album review. Now it starts with the first song, Mud Castle, and I think this one was decent. It was basically weird static noises at the beginning of it, and then it just gets into weird vocal mixing with the vocals from Justin just sound a little weird in this song, and kind of creepy too. And unsettling. So, yeah, 4 out of 5. I don't know if it's in a good way or a bad way, but I think it's decent and tolerable of a track because it does have lead into the next song, which does pretty much impress me a bit. So, 4 out of 5 for Mud Castle, the intro track. It's a solid one. It's just decent in its own way. The Hard Reset is the next song, and that was pretty decent. Not my favorite song, but the tracks start getting better as you go through the rest of the album, of course. From tracks 3 to 13, it gets a lot better. So, 4 out of 5 for The Hard Reset. I think Justin's vocals in it were pretty good. The drum work and guitar work was pretty fast and heavy, and I was like, damn, they're going hard in this freaking album for sure. So yeah, 4 out of 5. I think some vocal moments with Justin singing in it, it's just not suiting well over me, but I think it's alright to a degree. Stomping Grounds, I think, is the next song. Yeah, Stomping Grounds. Solid track. I think it's good in its own way. The mixing and production in it is pretty strong, and just the drum work and guitar work is pretty strong too. I really like how it's riffing and all that with the guitars and all that. This song goes hard for sure. So Justin's vocals are pretty good too. So 4.5 out of 5, I meant to say. I almost gave it a 5 out of 5. It's getting a 4.5 out of 5 because there is some weird tones and creepy vocal pitches from Justin that I'm not sure if I'm connecting with. And they almost sound like older Slipknot from the day, because I know they're mixed with new metal and metalcore. This band is, and their sound's not that bad. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. The Impressionist, pretty solid track. It's good in its own way. I liked some of the instrumentation in it, and just Justin's vocals in it are pretty strong for what it's going for. So, not really hating this track for what it's sounding like, and it's just, yeah, it's a pretty strong track. And yeah, so 4.5 out of 5. Shaken, Not Stirred is the next song. This was like a 5-minute song, 5 minute and 19-second song, but it got the job done with what it was going for. It's not a bad song. It's got some weird scream moments from Justin and just weird pitches with his vocals from time to time. When he does some clean vocals, it gets weird, but it suits well for the song that it's going for. So 4.5 out of 5 for track number 5, Shaken Not Stirred. For the Recognition, is a pretty solid track too. Most of these tracks got 4.5 out of 5s. That's all I'm gonna tell you. But I will break it down to you as best as I can. And I know some people were saying I should have a script and all that for my reviews. I'm like, this is how I review things. Um, I try to explain it and break it down with each song, with the instrumentation and all that, and what I liked about the track. Um, which I know I gotta try to broaden my audience and give them something enjoyable to like. So, yeah, 4.5 out of 5 for the recognition. I think it's a solid track. It's not the worst thing I've listened to. Justin's vocals in it are pretty weird at times and unsettling too, with how he screams and the way he screams and just the way it's sounding overall. It just makes you unsettled for a bit. Like, yeah. And this album gives off creepy vibes too. Like, it's just a weird album. So 4.5 out of 5. Of Nothing was a solid track. It had some weird vocal moments from Justin that I'm not sure if I'm feeling for. Sorry, I dropped my pen for a second. I'll pick that up in a little bit. But yeah, um, I'll give this a 4.5 out of 5. I don't hate this song. I just think it's solid in its own way and has some good moments with the instrumentation, and yeah, the mixing of this track is pretty solid. Uh, and sorry about my yawning. I'm gonna be going to bed after this review, of course. So yeah. 4.5 out of 5 for Of Nothing. Dicker's Done is a solid track too. Got great scream moments from Justin and some weird vocal pitches from Justin as well. I don't know if I'm on board with, but still perform pretty solidly and good in its own way. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Telescope is another track that I'm pretty much feeling for a bit with some of the vibe I'm getting from this track and just the way it's sounding overall, mixing wise and production wise, and instrumentally, and Justin's vocals are pretty solid. So, yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Wendrid, um, solid track too. It's got a weird vocal pitch and some weird noises with Justin's vocals. I don't know if I'm comfortable with because it's very unsettling. Like I said, this is an unsettling album. It gives you some weird vibes and just like ugh, has you shaking in your spine and all that kind of stuff. Like sends shivers down your spine kind of thing is what I was trying to imply. But yeah, this album's pretty dark too. So 4.5 out of 5. Head First is another solid track. I'm gonna give that a 4.5 out of 5. Don't hate it for what it's going for. It's got some good moments and some weak moments, but it gets the job done with what it's going for, instrumentally and vocal wise. So 4.5 out of 5. Thistle is like a 5.5 minute song. I think the Wendred song was the longest song on this album. It was almost 6 minutes. And to be honest, I almost fell asleep to this album. It's not to say that this album wasn't heavy, it just, I got really tired for some odd reason. Because I don't usually stay up that late anymore. Because I have to be on a schedule now. Because of work and all that stuff. So, yeah, this still, I'll give a 4.5 out of 5. It's solid for what it is. It's good, but it has some weak tendencies with the production some of the time and the mixing. And finally, How Long was the closing track to this album, and it's a weird one for sure, but it does perform pretty solidly. And Justin's vocals has some good moments in the verses and the chorus. So, yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution wise, I think Tallah's new album, The Generation of Danger, was a average album, in my opinion. It's not the worst thing I've listened to this year, but it's something. So, yeah, definitely check it out when you get the chance. It's just came out just recently at past midnight, of course. So overall, in my opinion, I think Tallah's new album, The Generation of Danger album, was a average listen. It's not too bad. It's almost good. So first score for me. I'm giving Tallah the Generation of Danger album, in my opinion, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. It had some weaker songs, like the first two songs were my least favorites, but everything else started having some strong points. And then some weak points. So, sorry about my yawning, I'm just a little tired, honestly, and I do gotta get to bed after this review, like I said. So with that being said, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Tallah new album, The Generation of Danger, if you listened to it, which it did come out on YouTube and on streaming services as of now, because it's past midnight, of course. So if you did enjoy this Tallah, The Generation of Danger album review, comment below and let me know what you guys thought of this album review if you enjoyed my new review, of course. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will have another review coming out tomorrow for Megadeth's next Marathon Studio album review. I'm sorry I couldn't do it today. It's just there was a lot of reviews to get out to you guys for the new albums. I think Busta Rhymes is the only one left that I'm going to be reviewing. And yeah, I'm going to be preparing this what is it, Sunday for the worst albums of 2022 end of the year video, the official end of the year video, because there's a bit of albums and EPs and all that on there, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. But I am very sorry for yawning in this review. It's just I gotta go to bed pretty momentarily, so I will have more videos coming out in the morning. But until then, stay safe, take care, guys. Hopefully I gotta see what my schedule is tomorrow, of course, for doing reviews and all that. But as always, I will see you in my next review.